Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Spiritual Unity Radio Network, a station dedicated to the concept that all manifestations of the divine are equally valid. Join Reverend Terry Power HP, Robin McKean, and all the hosts for programming covering a wide range of spiritual topics, right here on Blog Talk Radio.
Who am I? What am I? Where did I come from? Why am I here? Is there a purpose to all of this? Join Hercules Invictus and crew as they seek answers to these and other timeless questions and serve Mount Olympus by safeguarding the path of mystic ascension. Welcome to the Pride of Olympus.
Greetings and welcome to Pride of Olympus. I am Hercules Invictus, and I am greatly honored to announce the Magisterial Mission with Michael and Dianne Dunkin. Greetings, Michael and Dianne. How are you?
Greetings, Hercules. We're doing very well, and we hope you are too.
I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I am. And I'm really looking forward to hearing the new plans of Athena and Poseidon as revealed to you in your meetings.
Yes, we're very excited about some of this new information, Hercules, that has just opened up to us. And we're finding that this magisterial mission that we've been talking about for a number of years now,
yes.
which began on March 20th, 2017, in full force or full motion, that it is now expanding outward, or it, in their plans, in the plans of the celestial, it is a plan that extends far beyond just, focusing on the earth and uplifting our planet, but we're finding out it's a lot bigger than what we first learned. So we're excited about some new information that we'll share.
Okay, fantastic. Just for those who are joining us now in our journey, can you explain a little bit about what the overall Magisterial Mission of Matreya is all about and how all of these celestials and yourselves and ourselves tie into it?
Sure, Hercules. Be very happy to. Well, Dianne and I are Urantia book readers. We're Urantia book students, and we've been in the Urantia book community since about 2011. We've been reading the Urantia book and studying it for decades. So we've been in the community since about 2011, and we're past leaders. I was the president of UBLA, which is Urantia Book Los Angeles Society, and Dianne was also on the governing committee. 2 years prior to my presidency, I was the education chair for UBLA. Well, in the Urantia book, we have found since we began having celestial team meetings, starting in August 2015, since we began, having these team meetings with the celestials, information was opened up to us that there's a paradise sun talked about, or paradise sons talked about in the Urantia book, who visit planets, who sometimes incarnate, sometimes don't, on different planets to help to help evaluate a planet's progress, and upon evaluation, has a team to to help work on some of the deficiencies, to help work on pushing the evolution of those people and that planet forward. And that's known as the Magisterial Sun. Well, it's interesting how we arrived at this, Hercules, because we read about that in the Urantia book, but it was during a team meeting. It was during a team meeting that the Celestials told us that that the Magisterial Sun in the Urantia book is also known in other traditions as Matreya, or Lord Matreya. And it's interesting that we stumbled upon that, so to speak, in the Urantia book and through this team meeting, because since the early 1990s, Dianne and I have been involved in the Theosophical Society. We're members of the Theosophical Society, and also about that time we became members of Matreya Great Tao. And those two traditions speak heavily, Matreya Great Tao a little bit more, of course, about a coming world teacher, or a world teacher that will come to help uplift the planet and help us move toward creating a paradise on Earth, right? So they told us that this Lord Matreya in these spiritual traditions is the same personages or personality, celestial personality, as this Magisterial Sun, which we're told has come to the Earth as a cosmic Christ, and we read about in the Urantia book. So 2 and 2 came together, and lo and behold, they told us in a team meeting that on March 20th, 2017, that a magisterial mission with Lord Matreya, this Magisterial Sun, would begin.
And these revelations have been unfolding. I know for as long as I've known you, I'm amazed at how much material you've been bringing forth, and how fast things have been moving. And I'm really impressed.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, this was really wonderful, getting to meet the Celestials personally. Before this August 15th in 2015, I had just talked to the angels generally, or to God. But once they actually came and set up celestial meetings, we have had the privilege and the opportunity of finding out a little bit about each one that is presented. And we were really looking forward to Athena and Poseidon, because we have been kind of told they would be coming, and we thought maybe in December, but it didn't happen. But finally in January, we had some meetings with them. And we just really have enjoyed finding out a little bit about Athena and Poseidon. Now,
so
I know Hercules. I know that you know so much about them.
My life, yes. But it's very clear that they're communicating. Yes, and it's very clear that they're communicating through you, because starting with the local universe father and Zeus, there have been other confirmations that we're working with the same celestials. So I find that very exciting and very rare. So I'm very curious to learn what new has come through from Athena and Poseidon, because those are two celestials that I've been working very closely with for much of my life.
Well, of course, we know that Athena is a goddess, identified at Rome as Minerva, and she was the daughter of Zeus and Metis. And Metis, we were introduced at first as Dora. She gave her name as Dora. At first, they gave us just very simple names so that we could start focusing in on them. And Dora is the mother, we're told, of Athena. So, and of course, Zeus is her father. Well, she came to us, and at the very beginning of the meeting, and they wanted the meeting in the Urantia room, which was kind of unusual because we haven't really worked out the Urantia room to be a sacred place yet. It's something that they want, but we haven't done it yet. But we will. It's the room where the local Universe Father first appeared to me in. So we were in there, and it was a little crowded, but we had her statue on the dresser in front of us, above us. And the very first thing that she pretty well said was, because I started introducing her in the team meeting as a warrior goddess. And the very first thing that she told us was no. She says, I don't want to be called a warrior goddess any longer. She says, I am removing my shield with Medusa. I am removing my sword. I am removing my spear. She says that she is keeping, however, her helmet, and it looked to us on the statue we have that there were ostrich feathers flowing from it. Now, she says that she is keeping the helmet for, number one, because the feathers are to remind people of kind of like the Egyptian religion. They use the feather as the symbol of Ma'at. And Ma'at is the spirit of truth. Now, of course, we know that Gabriel is a facilitator for the spirit of truth, but she also is wanting to be thought of as someone bringing truth in order to bring justice. She's saying she no longer wants to be thought of as a war goddess. She says, please don't talk about me in that term any longer. She wants to be known as a helping hand. She wants to be known as someone who will bring justice, but in a loving way. She wants to be known as someone that is coming to our planet, as someone who will bring justice to people, so to help Matreya to bring all of the wonderful things that everyone deserves to have, the basics that every human being needs to feel fulfilled and prosperous. They are rewarded for everything they have done. And it's not karma. She says, Michael said, well, maybe this is karma. Is this karma? She says, please don't use that term. She wants to make sure that everyone, just like Matreya, has the bounty, the prosperous life, and has justice if there's anything in their life that they feel that they've been deprived of, or that possibly they weren't able to attain. That she wants everyone in the world, no matter where they live in the world or who they are, to have, just like Matreya, all the wonderful things, the luxuries that this earth should supply them. So we were very surprised about that she wanted to be thought of as more a goddess of intellect, more a goddess of the truth and of the arts. I had not really even known about that she was involved with the arts, because I told you I only studied mythology in junior high. So, and I'm not like you. I don't know all of this about her, but she wants to be thought of as a helping hand to help everyone find the justice, find the gifts that they feel they're entitled to as a human being, to bring about the luxuries that we should be supplying. We have so much prosperity, especially here in America. Everyone is entitled, not just should, but is entitled to have the wonderful life that Matreya wants them to have. And she has been chosen to be over not only our planet.
Okay, so you want to expand it then a little bit here.
Yes.
Now, just to regain a little context here, Hercules, this meeting that we had, this meeting that we had with Athena was on January 19th, 2019, so not too long ago. So a lot of this information is just opened up to us. And I know you being a Greek scholar, you probably know many, I'm sure many of the expressions of the goddess Athena throughout the ages and throughout, in different traditions. But this is what she's telling us at this time that she's doing with our planet and on our planet during this magisterial mission. We've found out a lot of, through a lot of these team meetings, Hercules, we've found out that the gods do lots of different jobs in lots of different places, throughout the super universe, local universes and such, that these gods do a lot of things in a lot of places. And we're sure that Athena has done so many things in so many places.
As we do. We do many different things in many different points of our lives, and so do the Celestials. They're not their job function like many people think of them. They're complex individuals, and their job functions by which you know them are just a small part of who they are and what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So she's telling us this is what she's doing for our Earth at this time. And for this particular project, we're not sure, or for all time, we're not sure, but she is saying, please think of her in this way that Dianne described, as a helping hand, shedding some of the warlike symbols to show us that she is beneficent. She's coming in a way that is understanding, that is loving, that wants to help us. Not a vengeful, wrathful God, but one that will help us to become better. And then she also in this January 19th team meeting, she also she blew our minds, really, to tell you the truth. She expanded our thinking because in the Urantia book, we read about things in the Urantia book and we say, oh gosh, this is everything there is to know about the universe forever and ever in this 1955 publication, right? We think, oh my gosh, there's nothing else. But we know there's so much more. So we had no idea what she was going to talk to us about regarding the Magisterial Mission.
Right.
You read in the Urantia book that the Magisterial Mission seems to be focused solely, maybe others read more into it, but solely on that particular planet that magisterial sun is visiting or working with, But she has told us that the Magisterial Mission will benefit the entire solar system because Athena is going to bring this justice, this truth, this outstretched, loving, helping hand, not only to our planet, but to the people of Mars.
So in the understanding of the Urantia book and the Sixth Revelation, what are the people of Mars like?
Well, what we're told, and we were surprised because I asked her kind of at the beginning of the meeting, I said, well, are you doing this just for our planet? And her answer, which I didn't expect, was no. She said she is also bringing a helping hand to the population of Mars. Well,
wow.
we said, well, I've seen pictures in National Geographic, and we've seen, and heard on the TV and the radio about the explorations of Mars, and I know there is a face on one side of Mars that really does look like a face.
Sidonia, yes.
But other than that, we had never really thought about it, and we said, well, are the people on Mars now? Because we don't see them. I mean, we take pictures of the surface of Mars, we don't see anybody there. And she said, yes, they are. So she said that she is over, her jurisdiction for this magisterial mission is for the earth and the people of the earth, as Michael said, and I said, to extend her helping hand. She is not coming as a goddess of wrath. She is coming as a peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, now we wondered, what do you mean by a peacemaker? And that's when we asked, well, are you coming just for our planet? And she said no, that she also has been given the position over Mars and the Earth, and that Mars is included in this magisterial mission. And then we asked, well, what about the other planets? I mean, there's, Mercury, which is close, and Venus, and so forth. And she said, no. She is only over Mars and the Earth for this 50-year 50-year magisterial mission, the population of Mars. We said, well, where are they? Where are they?
Because we've heard that there might have been water, there. I mean, they're starting to find some microbes or something like that, So we're thinking, okay, where did they go? I mean, and if they're, if you're thinking, okay, well, there must be a lot of them because, why focus a lot of attention in our solar system and on a planet that maybe has a couple or something like that? But so my reasoning was that there are probably a lot of individuals on Mars, But again, where are they? We look on the surface of Mars, we don't see any physical bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So
what we're trying to say that she told us is that they have lost their bodies, that they are in a level of change, of evolution. Mm-hmm. They have already lost their bodies. And they have also lost pretty much their astral form. But they are still material and have intelligence. They are energies. That have intelligence.
Yeah, they're like focalizations of energy that have intelligence.
Now, we're told that this is what is of the population. Of course, their bodies are gone. They have been, I don't know what you would say. They're exterminated, I guess.
Well, there was a disease that spread throughout, she told us.
And yes, and she said it wasn't karma or that they had that they had done wrong or anything, but that it was a condition, she said, that happened. So they lost their bodies. They lost their astral form to some degree. I mean, it's hard for us because we're just still learning about this. And we're still, trying to figure out what is. Several times I asked her, well, can you please tell me and explain a little more, because we don't understand what you're telling us. But I guess it's that they have lost the bodies. They pretty well lost the astral form. They are energies that have intelligence, but they have a lot of negative energies on Mars. And these negative energies have been influencing the rest of the universe, influencing the solar system especially. Yeah. And so they have been contained on Mars, but in this form of energy, contained, and at the end of the magisterial mission, they will be freed to evolve again. And so it is a wonderful thing, she said, because they've been contained for a long time, a very, very long time. The planet has, obviously, as we can see it, been desolate for such an eternity, we would think of. But she says they've been contained. and that they still have been putting out a warring energy to the rest of the worlds in our solar universe, but also especially to the Earth, especially. So she is going into Mars, Athena, and she is going to be bringing a attitude of a peacemaker to try and calm the energies down, bring peace to them. And also Venus will be participating. She will not incarnate there, but she will be spreading love on the population of Mars to bring them through this period, this magisterial mission period, so that at the end of it, they can be freed, they'll no longer be contained, and they'll be able to begin evolving again.
And that's the 50-year
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yes, it is a great thing.
You know, it's terrible. Mars has been up there, and it's just been dry and desolate and bone dry, so to speak. You know.
Well, I think there's a reason we've been feeling like Mars is the god of war too. I think maybe intuitively, subconsciously, the human race has felt perhaps some of that negative warlike energy, and maybe that's how we came to think of it that way. Just positing that. But she says that she's not necessarily. This is Athena. That she is not necessarily going to visit or work with individually these energies, these focalizations of energies. That it's going to be more of a general work, more of an overall overarching work. Because we've talked about Mother Venus during the the new worldwide religion of love here on our planet, which is part of the Magisterial Mission. That she's going to be interacting personally with each person on the Earth, Mother Venus, with each person on the Earth, appealing to their hearts, appealing to love in their hearts. And Gabriel will be interacting, bringing truth to the people of the Earth. Gabriel, Mother Venus, and Athena will be working with these energy people, I guess. I don't know what to call them, but...
energies, intelligent energies.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Or Martians. You can use that term.
There you go. Why not? Right. That they'll be working with all of them in more of a general way, but with us a little bit more specifically for some reason.
Well, yes, we still have our physical bodies, and we asked, will Gabriel be giving truth to them? And she said, well, it won't be like on our planet because it's too late for that. What they're mostly going to do is more spreading the love from Venus. Venus will not go into the Martian energies, but she'll be spreading love all around the planet and on the planet to help. But Athena will be a little bit more involved with them, trying to be coming in as a peacemaker to kind of help quell these very aggressive, almost warlike energies that have been surrounding Mars for so very, very long.
So I could see Hercules where, I could see where that would be part of the Magisterial Mission, the work that they would be doing on Mars, because if there were a little more, positive vibes coming from Mars, perhaps the Earth might benefit, from less of that negative energy. I mean, assuming that that's what's happening. And then we're not too sure what's happening in the Magisterial Mission with the gas planets, the outer planets, but we're told that generally that like Mercury and Venus and Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, that they are kind of moving along. They're kind of moving along in their own evolutionary schemes, their own cycles. They're doing okay. I guess, so to speak.
Well, they're still evolving and always will, and so that's the difference. Right now, they're focusing on Mars and the Earth. If they can free these energies, these negative energies, if they can bring about peace over them and give them love and a balm of love, then and they are freed at the end of the Magisterial Mission, and then they can continue evolving upward. That's a good thing. They can finally be released. So we're trying to wrap our heads around what she's saying, and it was a little hard, but also that they did tell us that after the Magisterial Mission, that they would reseed and repopulate Mars. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
Will it be us that will be the humanity that reaches Mars and colonizes? Because this is something that humanity has been talking about since before space travel became a reality.
This is something we didn't get into with her yet. We've only talked to her 2 or 3 times, and there is so much so many questions that we had.
Yeah, we have that question too.
Yes,
Hercules.
we do too, but we haven't approached her with that of what's going to happen.
But I think maybe this might be an answer to the question that, how I mentioned that, it would stand to reason that they would want to work with Mars during this Magisterial Mission to benefit the Earth. Well, it seems like there has been a push, hasn't there, to work with Mars. I mean, I know it's right next to Mars, but there's been a kind of a push. There's been, the Mars rovers, Elon Musk with all of his work with SpaceX and all that, and they want to put people on Mars and possibly colonize it by 2030 something. I'm not. I can't remember.
Yeah, the next,
I don't know by 2030.
Did you know? Did you know the year or anything? No.
No, but I know that it's in this century that they were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, well, I need to be a little more informed about that.
Yes, like I say, Hercules, you know so much more than we do. We're just kind of trying to find our way here of what's going on.
Yeah,
I think we all are, Dianne.
Yeah, I think that's the beautiful thing about contacting all these celestials, that it brings more questions than it does answers.
Oh, yes, we have so many now.
But I tell the celestials all the time, I say, I appreciate the opportunity to ask you and to explore this, and to share it with others. So I appreciate them. But certainly, wow, lots of questions, But the thing is, I think one of the conclusions that I reached kind of early on in my Urantia book study was that I believe that we as personalities, and the personality being the divine spark of God, the Atman, the portion of God that manifests, and the soul and the spirit, that we don't just work. I believe we don't just work on this planet or just in this solar system. I believe that I just feel that we have so many different jobs that we do from lifetime to lifetime, from body to manifestation on many different solar systems throughout the local universe, maybe even throughout the super universe, I'm not sure, although you get into higher spirit levels and things like that, but certainly on the Urantia level, the local universe level, I think we go all over the place, So it could be that maybe, maybe some of the people from the Earth go to Mars. Maybe some of them, maybe a lot of them. Maybe they go as helpers. Maybe they go as students. Maybe they go as new souls. I don't know.
No, we don't know yet. We're only, right now, we're not saying anything they've said because we're holding this for another meeting with her because this was enough for us. And it does kind of bring us on to Poseidon.
The Unarians have a lot of information on the planet by planet and the different evolutionary trails and things like that. Their literature is very rich in that type of information, and it might provide some clarity. And before we move on to Poseidon, basically, on Athena's front, what we're doing here is first, I've declared the Crestfield Public Library as our Athenaeum. And the Athenaeums were like a combination of college and museum in ancient times. And so basically that's our Athenaeum. We've developed a children's program that uses Greek mythology to promote STEM and STEAM. And STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and this is mostly for kids. And STEAM, the A is art. So the arts are incorporated in there. And the Greek mythology is a role-playing game, so this is dedicated to Athena as the goddess of heroic endeavor. So basically, the games allow the kids to, pick like a heroic type and then to be that hero in a series of myths. And these are new myths that are based on old myths. Like right now we're in the time before the voyage of the Argo, and they actually today they were the Festus's Forge in the island of Lemnos.
Festus's Forge?
Yes, Hephaestus's Forge. That's where they were today. And they adventured there. So these are for fun stories that teach Greek mythology in a new way and promote an understanding of the myths, but they also support the library's STEAM and STEM efforts. So we've been doing that for a few years. And then for adults, we're starting a vocational program, a career program, which is, of course, dedicated to Hercules because he's the god of the labors. And of making vocational choices. So that career center is going to help people, find their new way in this gig economy, as they're calling it. This changing job market, and help people navigate it better and create a better life for themselves, their families, and their communities. So that's starting on April 4th, actually, the latest iteration of it. And then I'm also the president of the Friends of the Crestfield Library. I'm the director of this new career services initiative. I was invited to be on the board, and I'm on the grant writing committee. So those are all dedicated to Athena because the library should be the heart of the community. It should be a place where people can connect and network and learn and launch their dreams. So, we're doing a lot of that and trying to keep the library a relevant institution during a time when many people are saying, who needs libraries? Books are outdated and they don't even need books anymore. So that's a major challenge.
Yeah. We go to the library almost every weekend, Hercules.
Yes, I love libraries too. That's why there's so much time to them. But that's the challenge, making them relevant in an age that seeks to make them irrelevant, keeping them vital in the community and a force to be reckoned with, and then coming up with new ways and new things that libraries can do. And of course, again, libraries are dedicated to Athena, so Athena is very much on our minds and in our energies, and that's what what you were talking about translates in my small community here.
Well, with your Athenaeum, Hercules, jobs are so important, to get people doing jobs and getting them involved in the community, giving them a sense of ownership of their communities and everything. So I know that's an extension of work that you have done for so long, Hercules, and such a benefit to your community and to the world. Your example.
As are you, and that's why I love working with you both, because you too, you give your all, not only to the betterment of your family, but to your community, the world, and by extension, because of the work we're doing with celestials, the solar system, and possibly even wider circles in the solar system.
Oh, let's hope so. I know we take our children, you see, to the library almost every weekend, and we feel it's one of the best things that parents can do for their children is to take them to the library.
There are activities, and aside from the free books, there are free movies and free music.
Yeah. The children take advantage of all of that. They have activities and events.
So it truly enriches their life. Yes.
Yeah. And it's at the library, Hercules, that I put all of the videos up on our YouTube channel. They've got
awesome.
really Yeah, they've got really fast internet. So that's where I put all my videos, all of our videos for our YouTube channel, which, our videos are, they're chronicling our team meetings, our time with the Celestials here, and the message that they want to have humanity know at this time. And of course, we know that we're only one small portion of what they want to share and what they want to accomplish. There are many, many groups out there doing work influenced by Athena, by Mother Venus and Gabriel, and the local universe Father Zeus, and local universe Mother Hera. But anything we can contribute, we try our best. We of course have to balance our lives. We have to keep healthy and balance my job. I have 3 jobs. I'm a teacher, and Dianne has a full plate here at home with the kids. But anything we can do to raise our kids with books and have them know lots of history and knowledge to contribute, and for us to spread these messages is tremendous. But it's a big responsibility, of course, as you know. You have to bring in the dough too to be able to do it.
Just to be able to survive today.
and that's why the vocational because things have changed. This isn't the same job market than it was like a decade ago, and there are all new things going on. There's opportunities that are invisible to most people, and then those opportunities aren't jobs the way most people understand jobs. There are opportunities to make money, and there's pluses and minuses, and a lot of places of traditional employment are no longer hiring full-time people. They'll take you to almost full-time, but they won't give you the full-time to avoid paying benefits and unemployment and all sorts of things like that. So you could be working 29.5 hours a week instead of 30 and be a part-time worker instead of,
I know.
That's hard on people.
Oh, it is, and that's why with the Hercules portion, the labor portion, I've also partnered with the American Workforce Association, which is a new type of labor organization. It's not a union, but a lot of the things that the unions did that were good, they're seeking to do them. So right now they're just starting out, and they're part of what we're doing. And we also, I have gotten involved with several enrichment companies that make use of teachers. And they don't offer a lot of hours, but they pay very well for the hours that they offer.
Right,
so they're having a difficult time because they're a new type of thing, recruiting people. So I partnered with the library so they can come and recruit at the library. And I partnered with the Chamber of Commerce so that businesses can more easily recruit through some of the things that we're doing. So we're trying to unite our community by like you were saying, that a better life, by spreading this understanding that, you might feel that you're not doing as well, and you might be struggling, but there's a lot of hidden opulence, and you just need to know where to look for it. You need to be able to open your eyes to it and to take advantage of it, and that's something we're going to do for you here at the library. We're going to teach you how to look. We're going to teach you where to look. And in the beginning, we're going to bring people here to connect you so that you can do this.
Well, we're trying to get our children really more active with the library. They have activities, too, where on March 23rd they're going to be bringing in people, and they'll all be dressed up like superheroes and different things like that.
Wow.
So it should be a really, really fun event. That's March 23rd. So the boys are looking forward to that. And, of course, we love the superheroes, too. We've got our own real superheroes here. There are real superheroes.
And we started with some of the enrichment companies doing superhero things in the middle schools and in the grammar schools, so that kids could be superheroes and think about what would they like to fix in the world and what are their superpowers and that type of thing. Back in the day, we did that in Hawley, Pennsylvania. We had the Junior Superhero League of Hawley, Pennsylvania, and kids designed costumes, and they picked something that they wanted to fix in the world. Like one little girl was very concerned about energy. So she had her costume, and she would remind her family to turn off the lights when they weren't using them, and had to be more energy efficient.
Oh my goodness!
So that was her
great.
superhero thing, and she used to talk about it. And so yeah, it's a very important thing, and I'm glad you guys are very much into that as well, because that's something I'll be doing more visibly soon. So now and then I could have a conversation with you, and maybe we could dream something even bigger and better together. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I actually used to do a little library program where I'd go to the libraries, and I sang my songs, folk songs, and played my guitar, and would talk about songs. And well, I'm a lot Irish. I've got Campbell in my blood, Scotch-Irish, and so I would focus on the Irish songs and folk songs, and I did that, and that was really a lovely thing. And then I took that program into the schools also, the elementary schools, and I'd do a program for the schools. I would go around from one school to another. I did that for a few years, and it was really very inspiring. It inspired me getting to be with the children, you know. So I love libraries. My uncle was a head librarian of Burbank when he was alive, and
awesome.
Libraries are our thing.
Well, and who are the who are the superheroes? You know, Hercules. Who are the superheroes? You know, for all the kids that can connect with all these superheroes and superhero movies, they're the gods.
They're the gods.
Yes, they are. A book came out, an excellent book called "Our Gods Wear Spandex." That demonstrates very clearly how the superheroes we have now are actually the mythical gods of old. And DC Comics did a book on that as well, where they showed how, like the Flash is Hermes and Superman is Hercules, and you know they showed all of these correspondences. I have a whole shelf of books on that topic because it's such a fascinating and expansive topic. And I recently announced a couple of times that I was going to do a superhero thing for adults, so we should have that conversation and weave in some of the celestial thoughts on that and into what we're doing.
Well, that's fantastic, Hercules, and you know the superhero. I mean, not the superhero. Yeah, the real superhero. I don't know. It's interesting because we. Gosh, through all of our studies and all of the connection here with the celestials, you know, they're coming to us. At first, they were kind of masked a little bit, and they had personal names, and they gave us kind of different titles. And then, as we got to know them a little bit more, they would, they would tell us who they really are.
Well, or who they had been in a culture earlier, you know, in different parts of the world.
So that we could identify them.
Yeah, understand a little bit, about them.
So you know, the celestials, they've been coming to us, and you know, they're the real superheroes. But it's interesting because what we have found, what we've discovered through all of our studies with this, is that they are always here, regardless of how they appear to other people, regardless of at what time they appear, regardless of what focalization of work they do at a particular time, but they run through all of the cultures, they run through all of the religions, all of the spiritual traditions in some way, you know.
Yes.
In some way they do. And it's interesting to kind of bring it back a little bit to like Unarius. You were mentioning Unarius, and they and some of the other some of the other traditions that talk about UFOs and spirituality that they a lot of them, and Elizabeth Clare mentions too.
Elizabeth Clare Prophet
mentions how we have been helped so much, that this earth has been helped so much by all of the celestials that are working on or through the planet Venus.
Yes, for so many, for 90,000 years. It's just incredible.
Yeah, with Sanat Kumara and the other Kumaras. And,
Sanat Kumara, who's Hephaestus.
Yeah, and we're told. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's you.
Go ahead.
We're told that Sanat Kumara is Gabriel. And Gabriel, we know Gabriel in, as the angel Gabriel, in the Christian tradition. In the Urantia book, Gabriel is known as the firstborn of the local universe father and local universe mother, the bright and morning star. And we're told that Gabriel is Sanat Kumara, and that Sanat Kumara sent Gautama Buddha to the earth and sent Lord Matreya to the earth. And now we're told that during this magisterial mission that Lord Matreya, who came from Venus, according to Elizabeth Clare Prophet's work.
In November 21st, 1976, she gave this dictation to us about Matreya.
Yes, and according to that, we have Lord Matreya now at this time, not only on the earth, but doing this magisterial mission as a cosmic Christ. And it's interesting that in the theosophical literature, they talk about Christs or anointed ones, who come periodically to uplift our planet. So, gosh, Hercules, we have celestials from Venus helping the Earth. We have celestials helping Mars during this magisterial mission. We have celestials from other places than Venus, where I assume, I'm not sure, but I assume, coming from other locales to help the Earth during this magisterial mission. So these superheroes, the real superheroes, are here to save the day.
And that is something that we should be focusing on from that perspective, I think, more. And now I'm very excited that this is something we can talk about and play with together as well, because I'm definitely moving in that direction. I tried to link up with several superhero networks, like real-life superheroes, and I interviewed several of them last year. People who are serving their communities as superheroes. And,
you mean like people who are going above and beyond the call of duty, right?
Correct, but some of them dress in costumes and have superhero
Oh, they actually dress in costumes too?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I wear a Wonder Woman shirt. I told you that.
So does my wife. Yeah, my wife has Wonder Woman
you said that.
Thing. And when people see my gold armbands, they ask me about them. I tell them I'm married to Wonder Woman, and she lets me borrow them sometimes.
There's something that's wonderful about that, because it raises your consciousness, to be more than just a human, because of course we are.
Yes, we are, and we forget that a lot of times. And the superheroes
we do.
Remind us. We are nearing the end of our journey for today, but again, we haven't heard from Nick. You're welcome after the music break to hang out, and we can continue our conversation. Phoenix might be joining us, Mike McLaughlin. So if you're free and you want to continue our conversation, you're more than welcome to stay after the music break.
No, we're not able to. I'm sorry.
No,
but I'll tell you what. Maybe on the next program we do, we can tell you all about Poseidon. Because that was really
an entire
exciting.
episode to Poseidon.
Yes,
and,
he deserves an entire episode.
Yes, he does. Poseidon's very much included in what we do with our Mythic Atlantis and all the related activities, so we honor Poseidon very highly. I have a link to your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Is there any other contact information that you'd like people to have?
Well, sure, Hercules. Well, number one, maybe you could say hi to Phoenix for us. We haven't talked to him in a while. And
I definitely will. He should be here very shortly.
All right. Tell him we hope he's doing well with all of his wonderful projects for helping uplift our planet. Our YouTube channel is Michael and Dianne Dunkin. It's Michael and A-N-D, D-I-A-N-N-E, Dianne and Dunkin, D-U-N-K-I-N. And we now have, we have 45 videos now, I think.
That is awesome.
We have, celestial team meetings. We have spiritual gatherings, songs, artwork, wonderful conversations with you. We put a couple more.
I'm greatly honored about that.
Thank you, Hercules.
We're so proud to be associated with you, Hercules. You have no idea.
Thank you.
We just wish that we had all that knowledge now that you have about all these celestials. Yeah. But we're starting to read. We're trying.
Yeah, we tell all of our friends.
You have direct contact, and you're full of information yourself. So I'm greatly honored to have people with whom I can share information with.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we tell all of our Urantia book reader friends and leaders in the community about you too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, you're fabulous. I mean,
yes, you are.
And I have something to share with you.
Okay. Yes.
Starting
please.
very soon. Actually, in the middle of the next month, someone is going to come teach me how to do editing and how to transfer, how to edit the audio shows. And I also have years worth of TV shows that I've done. I had years worth of other podcasts that I've done years ago. So I have plenty of material. And now we've done many hundreds of shows. So I'm going to be expanding our YouTube channel. Right now there's just a few blessings where I bless my town. And if you would like to put your team meetings on there as well, because some people are speaking with me now about widening our circle too. Like there's a few other places where it could go to greatly expand the audience. So that would give you an even wider circle. So that's something we could talk about when it becomes a reality next month.
Well, Hercules, we are so blessed. Thank you so much. And I want you to know that all of our videos are centered around the Urantia book and our magisterial mission work here.
Awesome.
Yes, and the celestials. And we know that now we really feel, Hercules, that there will be a resurgence of Zeus and Hera and the gods that you have been studying for so long. I believe that the world will finally recognize them again.
As do I, and I'm very happy that we're working on that together because they are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful beings who have been with us for a very long time and incarnate among us, and they've been guiding us, and they've been helping us evolve, and they should get recognition.
It's so funny because they really want a picture and they want a song dedicated to them. And it's just so interesting that they really do. So I just finished a picture of Venus, and Michael is writing a song for Athena.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to watch, hear, and see them.
Yeah, Athena, and like we said, Athena is coming to us maybe in a little different way than she's come to other people at this time.
Yes.
For this particular focus, I guess. But it's Truth, Justice, and Freedom is the name of the song, and in parentheses the subtitle Athena.
Yes, she wants to come as a helping hand and putting aside the attributes of war.
And this song will be on starting on it'll be the 5th album now. We have 4 albums now that were they're pretty well finished. They're on streaming sites and download and streaming. Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all of those.
Awesome.
So you can catch those. And this new song from Athena will be on just really quickly, the concept for the album will be the expansion of the Magisterial Mission.
Mm-hmm. With the gods and goddesses.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Well,
so
thank you so very much for being on. And I look forward to the next time we converse, both on and off the air. And keep up the good work. You guys are doing awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. Together we will bring them to the view of the world. Again.
That will do, I have no doubt. Thank you again, Michael and Dianne Dunkin of the Magisterial Mission and the 6th Revelation. And thanks to all who've been with us. Thanks again, Michael and Dianne.
All right.
Thank you, Hercules. God bless you.
You too.
Thanks
for listening to the Spiritual Unity Radio Network. Join us 7 nights a week for exciting programming covering a variety of expressions of faith. And remember, all manifestations of the divine are equally valid.